Now the rubber game of the 3-game series between the Padres and the Rockies. As you can see the snow out there right now. It is warm here though inside the ballpark. 85 degrees here at Coors Field. A little cooler than yesterday. We started the game yesterday at 92 degrees. So a little cooler and blue skies above as the Padres getting ready for the finale of this quick road trip to Colorado. Let's check out the Padres starting 9 today. It's brought to you by Toyota. John Jay will lead it off in center field. Will Myers been red hot. He'll be at first base, batting second with Matt Kemp in right. Derek Norris does the catching in the cleanup spot with Melvin Upton Jr. in left. Alexei Ramirez at shortstop with Brett Wallace at third base, batting seventh. Adam Rosales getting the start at second as out of the lineup is Solarte, still with that hand bothering him a little bit. So not available today. Could come off the bench possibly. So Rosales at second base. Christian Friedrich is the pitcher, batting ninth.
Oh, a big day in the life of Tyler Anderson, the left-hander, making his major league debut. He's got the funky delivery. Watch the leg kick here. Oh, kind of like the old start and stop.
A little hesitation.
Yeah, he's pump starting the motorcycle. And watch for the changeup. He throws the fastball. He'll cut that fastball. The changeup, the curveball. He's only about 90, 92 velocity for Tyler Anderson.
Now defensively behind Anderson in his major league debut from left to right across the outfield, it'll be Ryan Rayburn, Charlie Blackmon, and Carlos Gonzalez. Third to first, Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story, DJ LeMahieu, Mark Reynolds, and Nick Hundley doing the catching for Tyler Anderson.
Well, it goes without saying, Don, that trying to get to Anderson early, I mean, he's got the jitters probably, he's got the butterflies, pitching here at Coors Field, and we've heard the nightmare stories for pitchers, but hopefully Andy Green's offense can get off to a good start and get on the board early.
Now John Jay would like to set the table here. Well, Weiss's Colorado Rockies coming in at 29-33. They're 4 games under 500. And a victory here yesterday as John Jay stands in. 288 on the year for Jay. Anderson with the first pitch of the ball game. And that's in there for strike one. Well, as you said, I imagine a great deal of nerves right now running through Tyler Anderson.
Well, you can check the box on one. First strike.
Got that out of the way.
That's the first out.
And here's a grounder. It's sharply. LeMahieu to his left from his knees. Throws to first base. And he has his first out. Pretty good defense in behind him by LeMahieu.
But then the next box is first inning.
He's got one out here in the first inning as the umpiring crew today. Pat Hoberg has the plate. Mark Carlson at first base. Quinn Walcott at second base. And the crew chief, Paul Emmel, at third base. We had the chance to visit with them prior to the ball game today, and turns out that Mark Carlson, the first base umpire, is from your hometown.
Yes, he is. Attended Joliet West High School and went to umpire school. He was a Marine for a year, medically discharged there, and served our country. There he is. Spent some time in San Diego as a Marine. He's into his 17th year as a big league umpire. But it was good to go down and meet the guys in blue.
Very difficult job.
Yep.
You only seem to notice them when it's a negative thing.
Exactly. I think it's worth our time when we see a good play by an umpire to recognize that, because they hustle and hey, they don't get them all right, that's for sure. And they realize that.
They don't have home games either, which is really tough. They're on the road all year. There is a vacation kind of mixed in. Would you say four
1 week vacations?
It is Pat Hoberg who has a plate today as Will Myers down on the count 0-2. Takes a moment to think it over, and then climbs back in the box. Center fielder Charlie Blackmon over towards right center field. Good size gap out in left center. 0-2 pitch up and away.
Well, for Will, 12 games here at Coors Field. 347 clip. Extra base numbers are up. 2 doubles, 4 homers. Loves hitting here.
Battles back here. Count evens at 2-2. Anderson, 26 years of age. Swing and a miss. First strikeout in the big leagues is Will Myers. 2 down here in the first inning. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
On the last day in Colorado, early lead and maintain that lead. Hey, it's Sunday. We've heard a lot of negative stuff about the Padres not winning on Sundays, right? Winless and win the series again. So you take care of 2 things. Win the series again like they did in San Diego and win on a Sunday. That was a nice changeup, by the way, by Anderson. We just saw. That's his best secondary pitch.
Well, Matt Kemp standing in with 2 down here in the first inning.
Anderson has some family and friends here. One of them, George Horton, the head baseball coach of Oregon, where he played. He's an Oregon Duck, so he is in attendance. Must be a proud day for the head coach.
Strike over the outside corner. 1-1 to Matt Kemp. Kemp at .333 in the season series against the Rockies this year in 11 games. 1-1. And a swing and a miss. That one darting down. He's got good movement. Last year, Kemp hit .356 in the season series against the Rockies. 6 home runs, 20 RBIs in 19 games against Colorado a year ago. Beautiful day here today in Denver.
Yeah, we've been lucky here because you never know. Could rain. It rained last night.
Yep.
After the game.
A couple of pop-up storms. Opposite field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Well, Matt Kemp taking it the other way, right in front of Carlos Gonzalez and right, and a 2-out single for Matt Kemp.
Well, a lot going on there. In the hole with 2 strikes, fighting off a pitch after Anderson buried a fastball, well in off the plate, moving his feet, and then he doubles up, which I kind of like. The rookie doubling up against Matt Kemp and then getting those hands down, getting them in, knob first, barrel to follow, and a safety to right field.
So 2 down, Kemp at first base brings up Derek Norris. We're starting again as he has started all 3 games of this series. He will take the strike and a look back at Pat Hoberg, the home plate umpire. Didn't think so. .211 average for Norris coming in. 7 homers, 16 runs batted in. Talk about the Padres hitters who enjoy hitting here at Coors Field. Derek Norris certainly one of those guys. 19 for 55 at .345. He doubles here at Coors Field. Does have a home run. On the ground and through into left field. Well placed in between Story and Arenado on the left side of the infield. And Derek Norris has got a base hit as Matt Kemp takes second.
You know, I'm sure these Padre hitters, they've got scouting reports on Tyler Anderson. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. When I heard he was pitching, I went to Google. I Googled Tyler Anderson, Rockies. I tried to look up scouting reports. I looked up articles, read articles on the youngster, the Oregon Duck. Well, these hitters, they try to get as much information as well. They've got the scouts down there in the clubhouse. They've got hitting coaches, Alan Zinter, to talk to. They just look for the fastball, try to put a good swing on it, and try to just gauge the off-speed stuff and see if he can throw it early on for a strike.
I guess the one thing they do lack in the normal procedure and how to get ready and normal routine is to go to the video. Don't have a lot of that. So 2 down, runners at first and second, and Melvin Upton will carve 1 foul.
You know what's nice these days, Don, is that with the new ballparks they have in the minor leagues, and these minor leaguers, they've got it good.
Yep.
With the technology and videos, there's more and more video these days. So I'm wondering if they had some type of video of Tyler Anderson down there.
That's a good point.
I mean, they got hookups in the manager's office with the big screen, with all the minor league affiliates with the center field camera, so they can watch pitchers pitch.
On a daily basis. You can see batting practice too. Have them up all the time.
Cool. So Andy Green in his office in San Diego can sit at his desk, flip to a channel to where it's Lake Elsinore.
Yep. Amazing.
And watch them.
You can keep yourself abreast of the entire organization, top to bottom. Tough pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. So Anderson got the first 2 outs in Jay and Myers, but singles for Kemp and Norris. Now a count of 1-2 to Melvin Upton.
Melvin's been clutch with runners in scoring position with 2 outs. He's batting .400, 8 for 20 with 9 runs batted in. Exactly the situation here for the Padres to get on the board.
very high. Coming out of the crouch to reel that in was Nick Hundley. Alexei Ramirez waiting on deck, hoping to get a chance here in the first inning. Padres trying to jump on top here early in this one.
Would be the 20th pitch for the left-hander Anderson this inning.
And it's on the ground left side. Trevor Story will flip underhanded in time to second base for the force out to end the top of the first inning. Rockies are coming up from Denver. Arenado at third with Carlos Gonzalez in right field. Ryan Rayburn in left getting his first start of the series. Trevor Story at shortstop. Mark Reynolds at first base with Nick Hundley, the former Padre, doing the catching, batting eighth. And Tyler Anderson, the pitcher, out of the 9 spot.
And Christian Friedrich, the left-hander, facing his old team. Scouting report brought to you by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Strike one is big key. Darren Balsley says that himself. And also, no deep counts. Try to get ahead, expand the zone late. He's got the good curveball. He'll cut that fastball.
And Charlie Blackmon ready to lead it off here in the bottom of the first inning. In on the grass at third is Brett Wallace. And there's ball one.
And just to elaborate what Julie Alexandria was talking about before the game, is Walt Weiss. There's his career record against the Padres. You know, being a nice guy doesn't win you games, but I tell you what, Christian Friedrich, he just so well loved in that clubhouse for the Rockies.
Wallace, who is in at third, able to retrieve that on the ground and throws out Blackmon for the first out here in the first inning. Yeah, he was a player favorite here with the Rockies, no doubt about it. So check out the defense in behind him, brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Melvin Upton Jr. in left, John Jay in center, Matt Kemp in right. Brett Wallace, Alexei Ramirez, Adam Rosales, and Will Myers in the infield, and Derek Norris doing the catching today for Christian Friedrich. One out in the bottom of the first inning. DJ LeMahieu coming up. Made a nice defensive play in the first inning. And a ground ball off the bat of John Jay. Takes strike one. Now, Friedrich last year made a career high 68 relief appearances for these Rockies, pitching exclusively as a reliever for the first time in his career, which this year been starting games for the Padres. Foul down the right field line out of play. Is not part of the original plan.
No.
That has really settled in very nicely. Today is his 6th start.
And it just goes to show you how many times we throw around the word adjustment, right? This game is just constant adjustments. Personally,
Line down the left field line and towards the corner in the 347 marker as LeMahieu's headed to second base. Upton will dig it out, and to second with a one-out double is DJ LeMahieu.
Well, quite a series for DJ LeMahieu. Now 4 for 9 with a triple, add on a double, scored 3 runs, and don't forget about his Gold Glove defense as well. Christian Friedrich trying to come down and in. DJ quick to the baseball.
So one-out LeMahieu at second base brings up Nolan Arenado.
So you think LeMahieu likes the ball down and in? Well, it was proven right there. He
cleaned it right out.
He can turn on it.
Just over the outstretched glove. Brett Wallace at third base. Padres shifting here on the left side on Arenado. 19 home runs, 53 runs batted in.
3 heavy, as Don just mentioned, on the left side against Arenado. In the outfield, John Jay just a couple of steps on the shortstop side at second base.
Arenado, who hit his 19th home run of the year on Friday against the Padres. This is his 500th hit of his major league career. 19 home runs, lead the National League, tied for second in the majors. Ball 2, 2-0.
Well, there's the left-hander. He's got the binder, taking some notes. Getting a head start next half inning, possibly.
2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Just did pick up the corner.
It's kind of neat. 2 Rockies #1 picks. The former Christian Friedrich today, and then of course Anderson 2011, Friedrich 2008. Squaring off today.
Tried to hold up, changed his mind in the middle and goes around.
Oh, there's the curveball from Friedrich. Very, very nice. When you get Arenado out in front like that, you know you've made yourself a good pitch.
Mayhew with a short lead off second base. And Rosales right in behind him, keeping him pretty close. The shift on the left side. Arenado will take ball 3, full count. Arenado's been very good with runners in scoring position at 355.
You know, it's one of those situations with Carlos Gonzalez on deck. Pick your poison because first base is open. Run around second. You throw him an off-speed pitch here. Hopefully he'll chase and try to spot a fastball.
And it's in the dirt on the curveball. So ball 4 and Arenado down to first base. Pitched around him there, but Gonzalez coming up, as you mentioned, doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, lefty on lefty here. Force at any base.
303, 14 homers, 34 runs batted in for Carlos Gonzalez.
And Carlos only hitting .215 off of left-handers this year.
Yesterday able to get a 3-run home run. 14th home run of the year. Ended up with a 4 RBI day. A big part of the Rockies win after the Padres took game 1 of the series. Now up here in a big spot, runners at first and second, 1 out. And a fly ball down the left field line, foul.
Oh, he'll go after that pitch down and away now. Hitters will swing at that, and that's in the back of the mind of any pitcher. And there are the splits. Just mentioned, lefties .215.
Well, Friedrich trying to take advantage of that. Gonzalez has had a good series already. 4 for 8, a double, a home run, 4 RBIs. In the air to right center field. It'll stay in the yard as Jay comes over from center and makes the catch. Everybody's going to stay where they're at. LeMahieu at second, Arenado at first base, and getting underneath that was Carlos Gonzalez. Good pitch by Friedrich, and there are 2 outs in the inning.
John Jay always chirping with his teammates, and I love that. Hey, he's the quarterback out there, flashing how many outs. Hey, move it over a little bit. See yeah, I got it. And he's chewing gum even. Did you bring enough for everybody? Makes the catch and gets it in quickly for the big second out.
I think he did, because there's like 3 tubs of it in the dugout. So I think they're all set on the gum. 2 down in the inning. Ryan Rayburn coming off the bench generally for Walt Weiss, but in the starting lineup today, and he takes strike 1. Five home runs on the year for Rayburn. 14 runs batted in.
Hey, you know what one of the incentives of being a big leaguer? Look at, you get gum.
Free gum.
You get coffee. You get everything. Seats. Life is good.
There's also a plethora of towels around in case you need some towels.
Got a towel off.
Yeah.
There
a lot of
you go.
stuff. Two on, 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Friedrich with a gander at second. That'll sail on him up and away.
Remember what I mentioned in our open regarding Friedrich and the fastball up and away arm side? We just saw that. This is a very important pitch of this at bat. 1-1. You want to go 1-2, not 2-1. See if you can make an adjustment on the next pitch, if in fact it's a fastball.
Now Friedrich backs off, going back and forth here with Derek Norris. 22nd start of the year for Ryan Rayburn, a possible 64 games. 1-1. He fouls it off.
Nice.
1-2.
Challenge him. Look at pitch number 3. Honda Foxtrot's right down the middle. And Rayburn cannot connect.
Mayhew doubled. Arenado walked. Runners at first and second. 2 down in the inning. Friedrich backs off again. And he wants to see Norris now.
I don't know whether it's a case of not being on the same page or not seeing the signs. Padres today wearing the road gray pants. Sometimes pitchers, this seems like more of a pitch selection rather than, hey, I'm not seeing the signs.
Fairly long discussion.
So that tells me it's, hey, what do you want to throw here and why?
Also, of course, using the secondary signs with the runner at second base, Mayhew. Mayhew at second, Arenado at first, 2 down. Grounded foul. That gets into the Padres dugout.
And Christian Bethancourt making the play there. Or getting out of the way, I should say. You always have to be heads up, even in the dugout. Watch the pitch, not only in the stands, but Hector Sanchez getting undressed down there.
Friedrich trying to get out of this jam. And he will. Swing and a miss as Rayburn strikes out to end the inning. Done with 1. No score from Colorado.
it gives Luis Perdomo a chance to get in the rotation. You know, a young Rule 5 kid who actually threw really well here the other night. So although Andrew, I don't know how long he's going to be down, and it was a pretty good blow to our club, it gives a young budding star a chance to get in there and see what he can do.
Never a good situation when one of the top guys in your rotation goes on the DL, but Andy Green telling the media pregame today that he was very pleased that Andrew Cashner came to the ballpark feeling what he said was a lot better, felt a better range of motion, and also felt a lot better and looser in his neck area, so that's also very good sign. But he did say it was a good idea and felt it wise to put him on the DL to give him time to heal, and so he didn't have to rush it. And as far as Younghervis Solarte, he thinks this left thumb contusion is something that could take anywhere from 48 to 72 hours. Given him the day off today, he could be available defensively given the right matchup, and hopes to see him in the lineup back at home at Petco when we begin the series against Miami.
All right, Julie, thanks very much. Well, Andrew Cashner out with the neck strain, and hate to see him go down. Second time now going on the DL, hamstring the first time. And
speaking of Perdomo, talk about feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made great strides.
Yes.
Once again, it's worth noting that that kid only pitched an A ball prior to this year.
Looking forward to his start.
And great support system here. Of course, Darren Balsley, the other starters, players, manager. That all goes a long way.
Alexei Ramirez grounds it foul over by the Padres dugout. 2-2 the count. Ramirez in the last 17 games picked it up. 323 his average. The hard numbers 20 for 62. Ramirez, Wallace, and Rosales to bat here in the second inning. Bouncing in for ball 3.
Hey, what a great job by Christian Friedrich in the first. One out, a double, a walk, got out of it. Gonzalez gone. Rayburn gone.
Able to strike out Ryan Rayburn to end that inning. 18 pitch first inning for him. Line foul down the right field line into the seats. Tyler Anderson making his major league debut today. Had to throw 20 first inning pitches, but get out of a jam himself. With runners at first and second, Melvin Upton grounded into the fielder's choice to end the inning. Now a swing and a miss, able to strike out Ramirez to open up the second inning.
We talked about Luis Perdomo. He has earned that right now to enter the rotation for the Padres. Why? Well, it's because of the relief effort that he gave the other night. He only went 5 2/3. Sure, he gave up 4 runs, 3 earned. He struck out 7. Working with all of his pitches there. The good fastball, mid-90s, the breaking ball, mixing in a changeup there. Talk about a great opportunity for the Rule 5 kid.
One down for Brett Wallace. So far, Tyler Anderson has pretty good poise on the mound for a guy making his major league debut.
The hesitation pitch.
Yeah, little hitch.
You know who had a herky-jerky, and this is going back, but being a baseball fan, I remember Jim Cott. Remember Kitty Cat?
Oh, absolutely.
Jim Cott had that funky delivery.
Yeah.
He didn't pause or hesitate or double kick, but
great fielder too. At 16 Gold Gloves, Jim Cott.
When you throw in a little deception that way in your delivery, I think it really helps you. And here it is. Watch, okay, pretty traditional over there, but then the stop, start, kick again, double kick.
Had a chance to broadcast some games with Jim Cott.
Oh, he's great.
Tremendous.
Big fan. I mean, it's almost like Anderson. He's got some like sand in his shoe, and he wants to get rid of it.
Kind of kick it out.
Yeah.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Brett Wallace. Alexei Ramirez struck out to begin the inning, and Adam Rosales waits on deck here. Padres batting in the second. Framed by Hundley, but it's a ball. Saw Garneau catch yesterday. Hundley back in there today. He caught the first game of the series. Payoff pitch. And Wallace strikes out. He was fooled on that one. Back-to-back Ks for Anderson. 2 down here in the second inning. Well, coming up here for the Padres and they return home, the Miami Marlins will be in town. Jen Kohler and Nicolino will be matched up, and we mentioned Perdomo will be pitching on Wednesday. Pomeranz Tuesday, and tomorrow night we will see Colin Ray.
You know what I like about that? Perdomo, he pitches the 3rd game of the series. He will have a chance not only to watch video and see scouting reports, but see them live and in person at Petco Park before he toes the slab for his start.
2 down in the second inning. Adam Rosales will ground this to third to the backhand. Arenado throws him out at first and ends the inning. The Padres down in order. Inning and a half done without a score from Denver. First pitch today here on the field at Coors Field. Mark Oz Geist, one of the 6 elite ex-military operators who saved the lives of more than 25 Americans at the U.S. diplomatic compound in Libya. Suffered extensive injuries throughout his body, including his throwing arm, had 12 surgeries, and still has the wounds from September 11, 2012 in that fight in Benghazi in Libya. And throwing out the first pitch, an incredible sight here today, and players give me a big hand, as did the crowd after throwing out that first pitch. Thank him for his service, and great to see him being able to do that here today.
A true hero.
Well, Trevor Story leading it off here for the Rockies in the bottom of the second inning. Mark Reynolds, Nick Hundley. 6, 7, and 8 for the Rockies here in the inning. Fly ball down the right field line. Foul ground. Myers, long way to go. Over the shoulder. Can't catch it. But it lands foul. A long way to go, and kind of staggered there at the end. Tried to make the catch with his back to the plate. Now, Trevor Story will strike out. He has home runs on the year, 16 of them, but leads in strikeouts with 89. Mike Napoli, second with 87, his first year with the Cleveland Indians. And Chris Davis, another power hitting guy. Hey, look at that list, and you got guys who hit home runs, no doubt about it, but they also will strike out.
I think there are a lot of baseball fans out there that will take the strikeouts if you're going to hit 30 to 40 a year and drive in over 100. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah. Some of those guys will. Oh, 2.
You know, a big key for Christian Friedrich to complete that first inning. Gonzalez, Rayburn, runners at first and second. First pitch strikes both to Gonzalez and to Rayburn to get out of that inning and leave 2 Rockies stranded. Huge.
Swing and a miss, and Friedrich closed the first by striking out Rayburn. He opens the second inning by striking out Trevor Story.
I'll call that a slider, call it a cutter. called it a great pitch and called it another punchy down and in to Trevor Story. That was a nasty pitch.
One down here in the second inning brings up Mark Reynolds.
I love strikeouts.
It's because you were a pitcher.
I heart punchies. What do you like?
I like home runs. Does it matter to you whether it's swinging or looking as far as strikeouts go, since you like strikeouts
I really
so
like
much?
the looking.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's like
Ground ball left side. Ramirez at short with a throw that's going to get there in time. 2 down.
as a pitcher, when you get a guy looking, I mean, it's like, yeah, I got you. I beat you. I embarrassed you right there. You didn't even offer at it, and I threw a pitch by you for a called third strike. Grab some pine.
Friedrich and struggles here at Coors Field. 49 games, 2-9, 6.96 again last year. 68 times out of the pen. Other parks, 4.09 ERA, 56 games. Had the chance to work with Dennis Eckersley for some years, and
I love
Eck liked the swinging strikeout because then he could just go by you. You know,
you bring up an interesting point because everybody's talking about the bat flips and how pitchers can be arrogant and hitters can be arrogant and just showing up other players. It wasn't long ago that Dennis Eckersley, he would be on the mound, and Bruce Hurst told me this when he was with Boston. Here's what Dennis Eckersley would do. He'd punch out a guy on the mound, and he would go, you out of here. Point to the guy on deck. You next. He would do that on the mound.
So it was done on a pitching side of things.
Yes.
Talk about having fun in the game.
Oh.
We're talking about
you better be
nerves.
good if you can do that.
We're talking about a Hall of Famer. We're talking about a guy who was a Cy Young Award winner and MVP. You're talking about nerves. He was a guy who was very nervous before every one of his outings.
I remember him being quoted as saying he was always fear of failure.
Yes. 1-2 pitch. That is upstairs. 2 down here in the inning. Nick Hundley batting. Friedrich trying to enjoy his first 1-2-3 inning of his outing. Hundley against his old team. It's a 389. And a swing and a miss. Friedrich with a good inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground out in the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Friedrich. We're through 2 without a score from Denver.
You out of here. You next.
No score as we head here to the top half of the third inning. Well, exciting news for Fox Sports San Diego. Last night, the Emmy Awards came down. Sports Daily program, Padres POV, a winner. Cup of coffee with Andy Green, with Dick Enberg, and director and technical director Tom Knoll. Congratulations to Cheryl Gorman on 2, Chris Button on camera talent sports, and our own Mike Pomerantz on camera talent and program host. Congratulations to all of our winners.
Absolutely, a great team there, and also the people who work behind the scenes to make those shows a success, and everybody at Fox Sports San Diego. A big old congratulations to you. Nicely done.
On to the third inning here back at Coors Field. Christian Friedrich fresh off a 1-2-3 inning. Ready to lead it off. 2 for 12 so far at the plate. 4th year for him. He's a 111 career major league hitter. And a pitch in there for strike 1. Anderson's certainly been very composed so far. Been working ahead. Eight of the first 9 batters he's been ahead of. Good way to get started. Your major league debut.
Looks very comfortable.
Friedrich with a swing and a miss. Down 1-2.
Mentioned it earlier. A couple of first-round draft picks for the Rockies. Hook and horns.
And they're really going head-to-head here.
Yeah.
On the ground towards short. Trevor Story scoops it. Friedrich is out number 1 of the third inning. So 1 down, and that'll take us to the top of the order again. Second time through now. So what kind of adjustments the Padres can make here against Tyler Anderson in his major league debut.
This is where John Jay will take a little bit of extra time getting in that box, allowing his pitcher, Christian Friedrich, to maybe go get a cool drink, put a towel around his neck and relax a little bit.
And John Jay about to deal with a lefty, and he has done well in that category. 373. 4th in the National League against left-handed pitching. This lefty deals with a strike at the bottom of the zone and at the knees.
I think it's a success. We've talked about it many times why John Jay has those numbers. Taking it to left field, keeping that front side locked and loaded, not opening up too soon.
Jay grounded out to DJ LeMahieu. A sharply hit ground ball in the first inning. Nice sprawling play by LeMahieu. Threw him out from his knees. A stride on the outfield grass. Thought he had strike 3. Turned his back, but
oh,
all the ball.
Kind of the rookie turning his back to the umpire in disgust because he didn't get the call. I'll tell you what, back in the day, if that happened,
would have been too well received.
Umpire behind home plate would walk out, rip off his mask, and just stare. I know some umpires like that back in the day that would do that. It's like, what are you looking at? I will let you know.
Swing and a miss. Jay off balance with that cut, strikes out. 4 strikeouts for Tyler Anderson. 2 down here in the third inning.
Follow the Padres baseball live with the MLB.com at-bat app. Stay up to the moment at any moment with game day, live game video, highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone and tablet.
2 down here in the third inning brings up Will Myers. Myers also a strikeout victim in the first inning. Tyler Anderson with 4 strikeouts in his major league debut through 2 2/3 innings. First round draft choice by the Rockies, 2011. He'd previously been drafted in 2008 by the Minnesota Twins. Did not sign. Left elbow fracture that kept him out all of last year. Fouled off to the right, out of play, up into the top deck. Notable first round draft picks in 2011. Where Spangenberg went that year, as well as Garrett Cole, Trevor Bauer, Anthony Rendon. 0-2 from the lefty, and Myers will take it for a ball.
Anderson not afraid to bury that fastball in. He's shown that a couple times this afternoon.
Zipped it in at 93. He's the first Oregon Duck to be selected as Major League Baseball's first-round pick since 1972. He's a strikeout record at Oregon. Career minor league record of 25-12 with a 2.38 earned run average. 65 minor league starts.
Kid looks confident.
Very comfortable, good composure.
Yep.
1-2. On the ground foul.
Burying it inside again.
Six in a row retired right now by Tyler Anderson. Bounces that in and evens the count now at 2-2. Center fielder Charlie Blackmon over towards right center. Good sized gap out in left center.
There's that gap you're talking about as Blackmon is playing on the first base side of second base.
That's a big area out there.
Yes, it is.
Shoots out to 395 in the gap out there. 415 to straightaway center. And a fly ball headed out in that general direction, but moving over from left is Rayburn to make the catch that ends the inning. 2.5 done from Coors Field without a score. Third inning back at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. Andy Green been out a couple of different times to talk to the home plate umpire in between innings, and he's part of our timeless moment brought to you by Coors Banquet. Andy Green in his major league debut for Arizona on this day back in 2004, entering the game as a pinch runner against the Toronto Blue Jays. Not sure what he was talking to home plate umpire Pat Hoberg about, but been out there the last 2 half innings.
No idea.
Tyler Anderson leading it off. Takes strike one. First major league at bat. Pretty big kid, 6'4", 210.
That's a keeper.
Five in a row retired by Christian Friedrich. 3 by way of the K. Friedrich with first pitch strikes, 6 of 9 for the last 5 batters.
Well, you don't want to lose this guy right here. Turned over that lineup with Charlie Blackmon. We know what the damage can't be done by this Rocky lineup.
Was behind 3-1. Foul straight back, full count.
This is Andy Green talking with home plate umpire Pat Hoberg. I did not go to school to learn how to read lips, so it's really hard. I don't work for the CIA or FBI. I'm not a spy. I'm not into espionage, but really can't tell what that's all about.
Swing and a miss, and Tyler Anderson strikes out, able to come back in that is Friedrich. Picks up his 4th strikeout, 1 down here in the inning.
Well, after falling behind 3-1, the high fastball, and Anderson cannot catch up to it. And that's a big out, any out, especially when you got to turn over the lineup. Rather be pitching to Charlie Blackmon with the bases empty.
Blackmon, who homered yesterday, had one off the foul pole down the right field line. Always a threat. 7 home runs on the year. The leadoff hitter for the Rockies. Bats here with 1 down, and there's a chance he could bunt too. So Wallace in on the grass at third base. A couple of roommates going head to head here. Friedrich was with the Rockies, and Charlie Blackmon.
Tell you get to know your teammates very well in the minor leagues when you have to have a roommate. Talk about having to get along. You know, I'm not exactly a clean snob. I mean, I like clean surroundings, a clean room. I'm not like Felix Unger, you know, going back odd couple days, but to have a guy who is a PIG pig,
be bad.
It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. You have to respect your roommates.
I mean, you have the sleeping patterns and everything else you take into consideration.
Yeah, the guy who liked to wake up early and like open the curtains.
Yeah.
So the come on, really, dude?
Killing me.
I get up at the crack of noon. Don't disrupt my sleeping pattern.
Blackmon will pop this up. Everybody coming from all sides. It's Norris now going to give way to Will Myers, who makes the catch.
That's a home run in a phone booth, huh? That thing was way up there.
For those who remember what a phone booth is, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's a good call.
Yeah. So 2 down here in the 3rd. About your roommates, I'm really curious about this, and I'm really glad that
I've got some roommate stories that I can't share. It's just totally disgusting. I'll be quite honest with you.
You with the gross
No.
part?
You know, I'm one that, you know, if you use a towel, especially in the minor leagues, you get like 1 towel in the room per person. You hang it up nicely so it can dry and you can use it the next time. Well, there are some guys who just throw it on the floor, you know, and it gets in your way, and they got their clothes all over the place. Looks like a yard sale.
That's not good.
It's not good.
No. There's a ground ball to Rosales. And that'll be that.
I mean, it's like you. You're very clean.
I'm a pretty clean guy.
When we room together on the road?
You're gross. Yeah. It's an All-Star history brought to you by Geico. The 2010 All-Star Game. Rockies' Ubaldo Jimenez starts the game and pitches 2 scoreless innings for the National League. The NL went on to win the game 3-1. Able to get Vladimir Guerrero there.
Oh, that's a shocker.
Yeah.
Vlad swinging the ball in the dirt.
He could get to a lot of those, though.
Oh, yeah,
I've seen him hit a ball that was in the dirt.
I've seen him hit balls that bounced,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The youngster not too happy the way this game is going today.
That's the way my roommates used to react when they roomed with me in the minor leagues.
Yeah,
really? I got to room with mud again? Really?
I got to be so honest with you. I'm so glad that announcers don't room together on the road. Because, I mean, I like you a lot and stuff, but
I'm pretty neat.
I don't know. A lot of stuff, too.
I'm very structured.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I've got my own system down, and it's very organized.
This one is fouled off by Matt Kemp. I just picture there's like empty cartons of food.
No. Farthest
Pizza boxes.
No. Trying to think of something to say, I can't.
Kemp, Norris, and Upton here in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. Kemp chasing and wonder how deceptive he is, because it appears that not getting a real good read of what he's doing.
You know, I talk to hitters quite a bit. Mark Sweeney talks about this. You look at that, the ball cap, the CR, and then you look to the left or the right, which is the release point, and that's what you concentrate on. That's what you hone in on. You try to disregard any other type of movement. So you're not looking at the leg kick. But still, it's got to throw you off just a little bit.
It was a fair ball, long throw for Arenado, and he'll get it there. One hopping it over to first. Mark Reynolds stayed with it. Some fancy footwork to get the ball and then get off the bag. As charging down the line was Matt Kemp. Retired. Good play, both ends.
Well, he's an all-around player. He's got the range, he's got the arm, he's got the accuracy. He leads all National League third basemen with a .995 fielding percentage, only 1 error. And this one right here, he utilizes the turf.
Seen him do that a couple times in this series.
Yes, and also credit Reynolds over at first base by backing up on that and playing on the bigger hop rather than going out and stretching for it for the short hop.
I've seen players do that a lot on turf. Back to the pitcher. Anderson will flip to first. Although you mentioned yesterday, you were talking about how hard this infield is, so it's kind of like turf, I guess, in some ways.
Yep. You know the first guy I remember watching who utilized the turf? Davey Concepcion.
Yeah, the Reds.
Yep. He would go into the hole to his right, and then rather than trying to throw a seed on the fly over to first base, he would actually just accurately online a one-hopper to the first baseman.
2 down here in the 4th inning. Melvin Upton. Nine in a row now retired by Tyler Anderson in his major league debut. Gave up a couple of hits, but that was back in the 1st inning. Singles to Kemp and Norris. 2 down here in the 4th inning.
How about Anderson? He has yet to have a 2-0 count today.
Seems like he's been ahead an awful lot.
Kind of sneaky fast too, huh? 93, 92.
Hitters are reacting like it's kind of got late life. High strike call. Upton asking about it. On the outside corner for strike 3. 5th strikeout for Tyler Anderson, who's retired 10 in a row. No score.
Golfers in the world coverage on the historic Oakmont Country Club. Boy, if you haven't played there, you get a chance. You should. It's the 116th U.S. Open Championship. Live coverage begins Thursday on FS1 and continues through the final round on Sunday on Fox, or you can watch it all live on Fox Sports Go. Golf. Over in England, they say golf without the L. Spectacular 18th green up into the clubhouse. So let's go over to hole number 2 with Don Orsillo. Don.
Thanks very much, Mark. As we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Nolan Arenado leading it off here in the bottom of the 4th. Arenado, Gonzalez, and Rayburn. Toughest part of this order. Well, the Rockies coming up here. Arenado, 286, 57 games against the Padres, 12 home runs. And a grounder foul down by the tarp. Think you could analyze other sports?
No.
This is it? You're a one-trick pony?
Yeah, I kind of wish I did, but I'm perfectly content with just
baseball.
Working through the summer and enjoying my off seasons with my family. I love my family. I don't know whether I told you that or not.
You have?
Yeah.
They seem like nice people.
We got ourselves a pitcher's duel. Christian Friedrich making some good pitches to some pretty darn good hitters, especially a stressful first inning.
Well, they both had stressful first innings.
Both pitchers only 2 balls hit to the outfield. Gonzalez and Myers. So keeping the ball on the ground, getting a strikeout here and there, keeping them off balance nicely.
2-2 pitch. Arenado trying to take it the other way, but fouls it off to the right.
Oh, that's the emergency pitch right there, the emergency swing. Very late on that one. And stay tuned, we've got a game break coming up. The Marlins, Diamondbacks from Copper Square.
On the ground, foul to the end of the dugout. Padres side of things, third base way. Arenado can do this. He gets 2 strikes on him. He'll foul off some. Always a tough battle. Never throws away in a bat.
Nice.
Swing and a miss, and Friedrich picks up his 5th strikeout as he gets Arenado, and that's now 9 in a row retired by Friedrich.
Looked like a cutter up and in. And did you notice the Fox tracks brought to you by Southland Technology? Everything was on the corners, up and down the ladder. And he ties them up that slider slash cutter. But not one pitch of that sequence was down. Look at that. That is a beautiful thing, Christian Friedrich. As I draw to where he is just painting the corners, up and down, in and out. Nicely done.
Quality strikes. Carlos Gonzalez will take a strike on that outside corner. Talking about the only ball to the outfield for an out was Gonzalez's fly out to center field, and John Jay back in the first inning. Not afraid to go the other way as he swings and misses here. Came into today's game with a .303 average. Swing and a miss, and Friedrich with back-to-back Ks, 6 strikeouts in all, has now retired 10 in a row. Well, a game presented in HD by Sony.
You know what we just witnessed?
What's that?
An uno dos, adios. 3 pitches, gone.
We just witnessed strikeouts of Arenado and Gonzalez. Not easy to do back-to-back. Christian Friedrich getting it done, retiring 10 along the way, and now Ryan Rayburn, who's a strikeout victim in the first, will foul it back to the screen for strike 1. Colorado as a team hitting at .272. 1 point lower than the Pittsburgh Pirates, who lead the National League. So Rockies second in batting average. Strike on that corner, staying on those corners. Bounce in, and it's 1-2. You think there's a little extra incentive today for Christian Friedrich against his old club?
No question. I think that's just human nature. And being one that has experienced just that situation, absolutely. You're with one team, you go to another team, you pitch against your former team. Yes, there's a little kick in the rear end there. The adrenaline pumps up a little bit more, you bet.
Rayburn with a swing and a miss, and Friedrich strikes out the side. Arenado, Gonzalez, and Rayburn all down by way of the K. 7 strikeouts for Friedrich. He's retired 11 Rockies in a row. We're scoreless. All right, Mike, thanks very much. And again, congratulations to all of Fox Sports San Diego. And number of Emmys picked up last night is we got a great pitchers duel here today. Anderson and Friedrich going head to head. And right now, Alexei Ramirez leading it off in the 5th. Ramirez, Wallace, and Rosales. Anderson through the first 4 innings, 6 ground ball outs, 1 fly out, 5 strikeouts, and has now retired the last 10 Padres in a row. Ramirez, one of those strikeouts, he went swinging in the 2nd inning. Offers at the 2-1 and fouls it off to the right.
Well, we talk about the pitchers today, Christian Friedrich and Tyler Anderson, and talking about grips. We've the 2-seam fastball, a control type fastball that has a little bit of movement, maybe down and into the right-handed. Well, let's go left-handed, right? Because 2 left-handers today.
Okay.
So it'd go down and away to the right-handers, and then the curveball, the middle finger on that little seam right there, the horseshoe, so you can pull down, straight down.
Grounder up the middle, and diving at shortstop. Story gets up. The throw is not going to be in time. What a bid there by the Rockies, though. Trevor Story getting it and picking himself up and trying to throw out Ramirez, but Alexei beats it out.
Bang, bang play, and we've seen the range of Trevor Story. I'll be quite honest with you, Don. I thought this one was ticketed for center field. Quick release. Close at first, but it looks like he beat it. Nice stretch by Reynolds. And first base umpire Mark Carlson makes the call.
So Alexei Ramirez with an infield hit, and that is the first hit for the Padres since the first inning. Breaks up a string of 10 in a row, retired by Tyler Anderson. And here's Brett Wallace. First time today the Padres have had a lead runner on.
Now let's see if the stretch position for Anderson feels foreign to him because it's been so long, and see if the Padres can take advantage of it. Back.
This one will get away. Heading for second base is Alexei Ramirez, run down by Mark Reynolds.
You know what? I think the home plate umpire called a balk, but it's a live hot potato. Ball is in play, so he's awarded. It's a win-win. Oh, he stepped way towards home plate. So it's a live ball, balk call, but he can, if he's able to take third base, he could take third base.
So balk called by Pat Hoberg. Looked like most of his weight was coming homeward.
Well, home plate umpire, mask off, pointing balk. Ball is thrown away. Live ball. Enabling the runner to do what he pleases. He can go, if he wants to take third base, he can. But he is awarded second base, so it's a win-win.
1-1 the count here to Brett Wallace. Wallace will lift a fly ball to the left field. Ryan Rayburn over a few steps will make the catch. Bluffing as if he was tagging was Ramirez. He'll remain at second base. Throw goes to third, and Brett Wallace is out number one of the inning. So Ramirez remaining in scoring position and at second base. We got Adam Rosales.
Okay, let's learn something about the balk. Here's the pitcher's plate, okay? There is an angle. You're allowed a 45-degree angle, so straight to home plate, straight that way, right? So what's 45, 90, right? Halfway, right, Don? Mm-hmm. So there's 45 degrees, right?
He went well beyond that.
He went more this way towards home plate. You got to stay within that 45-degree angle pie when you throw over to first base. He stepped more towards home plate, therefore the balk. And home plate umpire Pat Hoberg was all over it.
Rosales will take strike one. Adam grounded out to the third baseman Nolan Arenado in the second inning. Going to start today on Hervis Solarte. A sore thumb out of the lineup today. Came out of the game yesterday mid-game. Rosales took over and gets the start today.
So when you look at the step, watch the kick leg of Anderson as he picks it up. He's going to throw to first base, but where he lands is more towards, it's past that 45-degree angle in the estimation, in the judgment of the home plate umpire, and that's why he banged him on the balk.
I guess the surprising part maybe is that the home plate umpire called it, where it's coming at him rather than the first base umpire.
I think maybe, and that's a good question.
To short, and Trevor Story will throw out Rosales. No advance for Ramirez, and there are now 2 outs in the inning.
That's a great question, Don. And the way I can answer that is, and I'm not saying it's definite, but Mark Carlson, the first base umpire, he's concentrating on the throw with the possibility of the first baseman catching the ball and then concentrating on the tag. Mm-hmm. Whereas Pat Hoberg, the home plate umpire, he sees a direct line to where that foot is being dropped and set as he pitches or throws towards home plate, so he gets a good angle on it. That might be one way of looking at it.
Ramirez taking off for third, got a huge jump, and he will just steal it standing. Anderson never really looked at him, man. Look at this jump.
Yeah, he gets a walking lead, and if you're going to one-look me, I'm going to take 90 feet. And with the way the defense is playing, Arenado way back, why not?
90 feet away now, 2 down. Christian Friedrich will try to help out his own cause. Swing and a miss. Took a healthy hack there. Friedrich is first time up, grounded out to the shortstop Trevor Story in the 3rd inning. Blackman, the center fielder, well over into right center and shallow. Friedrich down on the count, 1-2. Friedrich 2 for 13 at the plate this year. Downstairs for ball 2. Alexei Ramirez doing some dancing over there at third base. Walking lead off third now.
You know what I've always liked? Runner at third, especially with 2 outs in this situation, get off third base as far as Arenado is. Look at how far off he is. He should be down here on a ball in the dirt. You can take home plate.
Friedrich strikes out, 6 Ks for Anderson. No score halfway through.
In which some of these guys were, and all of a sudden you're in a starting rotation expecting to go 6 or 7 innings. There's some fatigue factor there. They need to build up their arms. Knock on wood, hopefully they stay healthy. We're going to have to monitor their pitch counts and take care of them, but they have been keeping us in games. Our offense has been producing, it's getting better. So we're having more competitive games, but competitive games to me it's not a moral victory. We need to start winning some ball games.
Right there, part of a conversation I was having with pitching coach Darren Balsley about how tough it is to convert a pitcher who is a reliever into a starter. We're seeing that with Eric Johnson, of course, with Christian Friedrich pitching today. And, of course, back in the day, Drew Pomerantz even. And how tough that is as far as coming from the bullpen to being a starter. And, Mark Grant, I throw it up to you. What's more difficult, making the transition as a pitcher from the minor leagues to the major leagues, or making the transition from the bullpen to the starting rotation? Which one's more difficult?
I think it was the latter, bring a reliever to a starter. And I've got so much going through my head right now because that's a great topic to talk about. Let's start with from reliever to starter. Usually as a reliever, you come into a ball game, you're pretty much a 2-pitch pitcher. You want to get in, out, bing, bang, boom, gone. As a starter, you've got to have the mindset of you're going to set up hitters facing them maybe 3 times. So if you're a starter in the minor leagues, you come up to the big leagues, you start, now you're going to the bullpen. You better have 2 pitches, I think, to be successful in that transition. So I hope that answers your questions, Julie. Don, do you have any questions on that?
No.
Does that make sense?
It does. One of the questions that I have, something that Darren Balsley said, was about, you get these guys who were relievers before who are now starters, and you kind of wonder at what point do you start to get into that area where they get tired?
That's another thing, getting stretched out and getting accustomed to throwing 100 pitches, because that seems to be the magic number nowadays. 100 pitches. Are you able to maintain the sharpness of your breaking ball, the velocity of your fastball up to 100 pitches? And for a reliever to make that, you've got to get stretched out. And Perdomo seems like he's done that. And plus, as Julie mentioned, I think Darren mentioned, he was predominantly a starter in the minors. So if you're used to doing that in the minors and you come up to the big leagues, you're a reliever, I think it's not going to take that long to make that adjustment.
We'll see guys get stretched out during the course of spring training, the starters. 2-2 pitch coming up here to Reynolds. That'll be foul to the screen. Nice play by Will Myers to dig out a tough throw from Alexei Ramirez to retire Trevor Story for the first out of this inning. 12 in a row retired by Friedrich. A little help from his friends. Mark Reynolds with a count of 2-2. 1 out here in the last of the 5th. On the ground foul. Reynolds now. Nick Hundley waiting on deck. Rockies batting in the home half of the 5th inning. In the air, down the left field line, foul. Out ahead of that. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Mark Reynolds, battling against Christian Friedrich. So far, Rockies with only 2 on base today. The double by DJ LeMahieu in the first inning. A walk by Nolan Arenado in the first inning. 2-2. On the ground to third base. Brett Wallace has got it. Good throw across, and there are 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Our Ram Trucks Tools of the Trade focuses on.
We're going to go to a battle this afternoon. Christian Friedrich against Carlos Gonzalez, lefty on lefty. It was in the 4th inning. First pitch, pink fastball away. He's keeping it away. He's fishing for the breaking ball. Now he's got him eating him out of his hand. Another breaking ball to send him down. Uno, dos, adios for Christian Friedrich.
2 down in the 5th inning. Nick Hundley, the batter. Strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning. He went swinging. No strikeouts in a single game. 10 at the Giants back in 2012. 8 against the Brewers in 14. And he's got 7 so far today through 4 2/3. Fly ball headed to center field. John Jay out there waiting. Puts it away, and Friedrich is now retired 15 in a row. Padres baseball brought to you by Sony, the leader of 4K Ultra HD. And by Mercury Insurance. We're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com today. Now back in Colorado. Beautiful Colorado.
Ever been up to Boulder?
Never have.
Boulder is absolutely gorgeous. University of Colorado, the Buffaloes. Not far from here, maybe about, 45 minutes?
It's amazing to see snow there, and here we are at close to 90-degree
great.
weather here. A little bit of everything in Colorado. Well, good ball game today. Good pitchers duel so far. 4 hits between the two teams. The Padres are out hitting the Rockies 3-1 as the Padres come to bat here in the 6th. John Jay, Will Myers, and Matt Kemp. This is the Major League debut for Tyler Anderson.
We are at Coors Field, correct?
Yes.
It is a day game.
Right.
And there's only 4 hits combined?
That's it.
And no runs.
Right. And no home runs.
Just double check.
Yeah. Ground ball, first base, and Reynolds stepped to his right. He'll take it himself and tag the bag for the first out here in the 6th inning. Yeah, pretty unusual. Tells you how good the pitching has been.
Outstanding. Both pitchers staying out of the heart of the plate.
Anderson's retired 14 of the last 15. Christian Friedrich has retired the last 14 in a row. So quite the battle today. One down here in the 6th, and it brings up Will Myers. 0 for 2. He struck out in the first, flied out to center in the 3rd inning.
Only 1 hit in the series for Will Myers, but it was a big hit.
Yeah, the 3-run shot propelled the Padres over the Rockies. Game 1 of the series on Friday night. Ground ball left side. To his left is Arenado. Sidearm toss. It gets there in time to get Myers for the 2nd out. Five in a row now retired by Tyler Anderson. Time for the San Diego fans of the game. Padres fans here at Coors Field in Colorado. Not as warm today as it was the first 2 days of this series. Yesterday at 92 degrees.
Yeah, yesterday it was smoking.
Today starting the game at 85 degrees. That Kemp's 1 for 2. 85 right now. Not a lot of covered areas here at Coors Field. Fans of the sun. Sounded like a broken bat towards the end of the bat, and that's going to fall in front of Carlos Gonzalez in right field. And Matt Kemp is 2 for 3 today.
As a pitcher, you make that pitch. He was quick to it. It was down and in off the end of the bat. And as a pitcher, you've got that split second where you think, oh, okay, good. Pop up, broken bat, automatic out. Not the case. We see a lot of duck snorts in between the infielders and the outfielders here at Coors Field.
Matt Kemp with a walking lead at first base, 2 down in the inning. Derek Norris singled in the first, grounded back to the mound in the 4th inning, and will take a ball outside. Anderson back to the stretch. Norris going the other way, and that's going to get in for a hit in front of Gonzalez. Kemp will stop at second base, and Norris has his 2nd hit of the day. Padres making some noise here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Back-to-back base hits.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little station-to-station baseball. Maybe getting to the rookie, Tyler Anderson. 2 right-handed hitters taking the rookie lefty the opposite way. Derek Norris, 4 for 10 in the series, and according to my math, that's 400.
It's pretty good math.
Believe it.
Melvin Upton Jr. 0 for 2. He's grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out looking. That's with Kemp at second, Norris at first, 2 down in the inning. Strike one.
Backdoor breaker, a little cutter there, slider.
Upton was not pleased with the strike in the last at bat that he had in the 4th inning. He struck out looking. It was not the 3rd strike, but second strike he was not pleased with.
He may have gotten a call on that first pitch. Is that a quick pitch? Did he do a little slide step there?
Looked like it. Not his normal delivery from the stretch.
Not the normal leg kick. With Johnny Cueto from the left side there.
0-2 pitch. And a fly ball headed out towards left center field. Rayburn on the run will get there and make the catch. That ends the inning. The Padres strand a pair here in the top of the 6th inning. 5.5 deep without a score from Denver. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. As it is Tyler Anderson leading it off here now for the Rockies. He has been very impressive today in his major league debut. He's got out of a 2-on, 2-out situation. Melvin Upton Jr. flying out to left to end last inning. Meanwhile, Christian Friedrich has retired the last 14 in a row. Anderson, Blackman, and LeMahieu to bat in the inning. Pick up that outside corner, but too far out. 2-1.
This game has been played so well on both ends, pitching, defense. Who's going to make that first mistake? Is it going to be a throwing error? Is it going to be a bad pitch? I love pitcher's duel.
I do too.
Yeah.
I prefer them over offensive slugfests.
I'm right there with you.
On the ground by the mound. Rosales will round in behind it. His throw has got enough on it. Nice play. Adam Rosales kind of throwing against the grain there. Able to retire Anderson for the first out here of the 6th inning. It's time now for the In the Driver's Seat, brought to you by Kia. And Christian Friedrich has been in the driver's seat through 5 1/3, just the one hit.
Oh, he's got that seat back. The legs are extended. He's got it on cruise control.
Sitting in the back seat almost. He's so laid back.
Kind of doing, the left arm is on the armrest.
Yeah.
And kind of like the 2-finger thing on the wheel.
Yeah.
Just kind of kicking back, listen to some.
So in the driver's seat. He's very in the driver's seat.
He's got a full tank of gas.
Charlie Blackmon's 0 for 2. Grounded out to third in the first, popped out to first base in the third inning. Broken back grounder left side. Ramirez. Off balance throw will be late. Too much speed for Charlie Blackmon, able to get down that line and beat it out.
Alexei did everything he could on that play. Broken bat, good pitch by Friedrich. That is one tough play. Charlie Blackmon gets down the line quite well. And even though he was safe, let's check out the accuracy of that throw still. It's a nice play, even though he was safe.
Yeah, off balance throw that breaks up a string. 15 in a row. Retired by Friedrich. First hit for the Rockies since the first inning. Blackmon aboard at first. Good sized lead over there. Held on by Myers. DJ LeMahieu with his third at bat of the day. He'll take strike one. How big a deal is it to go from the full line to the stretch after such a long time?
It's a different feel, obviously, but I tell you what, these guys have been around the block so long. They've had stretches like this to where they've been in this situation before. With the way he is throwing his pitches and the command of his pitches, I really don't foresee Christian Friedrich seeing this as a big deal. The main thing is you just can't rush. And what I mean by that is be too quick with your body so your arm drags, because then you're going to leave a pitch up in the zone. That could spell some trouble.
On the ground to short, could be two, but Ramirez cannot field it cleanly, and everybody's going to be safe.
Wow.
That was a double play ball right there. Sharply hit to Ramirez, and he can't field it. Boots it out there at short, and 2 on with 1 away.
Room service double play. That is something we rarely see from Alexei Ramirez, the sure-handed shortstop. Boy, nobody feels worse than Alexei right there wanting to pick up Friedrich. He'd be the first guy to say, I got to make that play.
So 2 on, 1 away, and Nolan Arenado coming up here. Padres going into a shift on the left side of the infield with Rosales moving from the right side of the infield to the left side of the infield. Second baseman. Now you got Nolan Arenado up with 2 on. Arenado's been quiet in the series. 1 for 9.
Yeah, that 2-run shot in game 1 of the series.
His 19th home run of the year. Today so far, he walked in the first, struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Up and away, and it's 2-0. The breakdown for Friedrich, who's about to throw his 80th pitch of the day.
Well, we talk about double plays, and DJ LeMahieu was your guy because he's grounded into 12. So after the era, Arenado's only grounded into 3 double plays.
3-0. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Second walk given up by Friedrich today, and it's the second time that it's been Arenado. So Blackman at third now, LeMahieu at second, and Arenado at first with one out. And Carlos Gonzalez coming up here, but first Norris on the mound talking to Friedrich.
Okay, is this a crazy comment? There are probably worse fates to be in. Walking Arenado there to load the bases, and we know how Friedrich has pitched to Gonzalez.
Lefty-lefty matchup.
We know the numbers, lefty-lefty, 215 versus lefties. Hey, sure, Carlos Gonzalez during the course of his career has really done a lot of damage in situations like this, but is it really the worst fate? It depends on the execution of the pitches now for Christian Friedrich.
Still can induce a double play, force at any base.
Stay tuned, ... Call a friend.
Bases loaded, one out. Carlos Gonzalez today 0 for 2. Ball one.
And also you have to think about Carlos Gonzalez maybe being a little jumpy, a little froggy in this situation. Hey, there are guys on base here. We're at a scoreless game. If a hit is going to drive in two, you might lunge at one, top it, double play. You never know. Will he capitalize on a mistake?
Swing and a miss.
I'll tell you one thing I've noticed this afternoon, Gonzalez is having a really tough time with the breaking ball from Friedrich.
Well, today he's flied out to center, struck out swinging. Bats here with the bases loaded, one out.
And that strikeout to Gonzalez in the fourth, fastball for a strike, and then two breaking balls to put him away.
Nice. Strike two, right on the corner.
Throw him another one.
Blackman at third, LeMahieu at second, Arenado at first, one out.
Breaking ball right there.
2-2.
He wanted to. Well, there's the second at bat we were talking about. The strikeout, 3 pitches. He's a little bit too close to the action.
Yeah,
there,
he is. Ryan Rayburn trying to get a good look.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and Gonzalez strikes out. 8th strikeout for Friedrich. None bigger than that one right there for out number 2.
You know, it's just not the pitch, it's the location of the pitch. And Christian Friedrich with his back up against the wall. Bases are loaded of Rockies, and he gets Carlos to look sick again on the breaking ball. He's got Gonzalez in the situation. He doesn't know whether to scratch his head or wind his watch. See, you're confused right now?
I am, yeah.
That's how Carlos is feeling.
2 down, bases loaded, and Ryan Rayburn in on the right side.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I was confused by it.
Well, so is he. That's my point.
Strike one. Bases filled with Rockies here, 2 down in the 6th inning. Rayburn struck out in the first, struck out in the 4th. Full time swinging.
This could be the game, folks, right here.
Evan Quackenbush warming in the Padres pen. First action we've seen out there in the pen today. Ball and a strike to Ryan Rayburn with the bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 6th inning. That's ball 2.
Hey, let's go back to the 2 strikeouts. The first one in the 4th inning on the left. Lefty on lefty, breaking ball, swung on and missed, and then on the right, we just saw it here in the 6th. Strikeout number 8, going right back to it. Release point, location. Christian Friedrich is locked in, and we're seeing results right before our eyes here.
A little bit high. 3-1 the count. No place to put Ryan Rayburn. Rockies crowd coming to life here. 3-1 pitch to Ryan Rayburn. Outside, ball 4, and from third base will come Charlie Blackmon with the game's first run. The Rockies take a 1-0 lead as Friedrich walks in. Blackmon from third, walking Rayburn here. Second walk of the inning, third of the outing, and a 1-0 Rockies lead.
Well, other than the first inning, this is the only other stressful inning as we take a look at ball 4, and Darren Balsley is going out to have a chat. Hey, making good pitches, you just missed. It's only a 1-run game. You've got 1 out to get here. Hey, you're pitching your tail off, trying to pump them up a little bit. But you got to get through Trevor Story. And Don, looking at my scorecard, 6 through 9, 0 for today, 0 for 8.
That's right. Story, Reynolds, Hundley, and Anderson combined to go 0 for 8 in the ball game.
Nobody feels worse than Alexei Ramirez because of that error.
25th pitch coming up of the inning. Trevor Story with the bases loaded, 2 down. Friedrich wants to see the signs again. On the ground, foul. The end of the Padres dugout. A Story, who has struck out today, has struck out each of the 3 games of the series, and now at 90 Ks, leading the majors in strikeouts. And Friedrich will try to get him here. Christian Friedrich with 8 strikeouts on the day. Bases loaded. Run in. RBI on the walk for Ryan Rayburn. Bouncing in, 1-1. Pitch count now rising. It's 93 now for Christian Friedrich. In a stretch in which he retired 15 batters in a row prior to the infield hit that got this started by Charlie Blackmon. And the error that you mentioned, committed by the shortstop Alexei Ramirez. Couple of walks. 1-1 pitch. Check swing foul. Now he's down 1-2. Shifting on the left side are the Padres.
Heavy on the left side, all 3. Predominantly a pull hitter in the outfield, going the other way just a little bit.
One-two pitch. Story with a swing and a miss as he strikes out, goes down to 1 knee, and ends the inning. Strikeout number 9 for Friedrich, but the Rockies have pushed across the game's first run. Unfortunately for Alexei Ramirez, the error leads to that inning. It opens up the door, and the walk that brings in the go-ahead run for the Rockies. Ryan Rayburn picking up an RBI with that walk, and Blackman scored from third. So Friedrich pitching great here today, but unfortunately right now on the hook.
Yeah, it's very frustrating because as a pitcher, you might throw 100 pitches and it's a great day, but it's those 4 wide ones that walks in a run. It's the only run up to this point. And on the flip side, Tyler Anderson, I'll tell you what, for his major league debut, look at that line. No walks, strikeout 6 in 6 stanzas.
28 pitches thrown in that inning by Christian Friedrich. The run is unearned. Alexei Ramirez trying to get that run back. He'd love to atone for the error as he leads it off here in the 7th inning. Alexei struck out in the 2nd inning swinging, single, stole a base in the 5th inning, but Padres left him at third base. San Diego has left 5 men on today. 1-0. 2-0. Action in the pen.
Gonzalez Germain.
Not seeing Germain in the series as the strike to Ramirez. Anderson working with a lead for the first time today.
Hey, when is somebody going to pop one today?
Strike 2.
I mean, day game at Coors. The wind is blowing out a little bit. I mean, it's not a stiff wind, but still, it's blowing out the left. I tell you what, if I was a betting man, I'd lost a lot of money before this game. Said, how many home runs are going to be hit today? I'd say the over under 4.
Dance move to get out of the way of that pitch.
How
down
about you, Cha-Cha?
I would have said probably 3 or 4.
Yeah,
believe it. Plan on that every time you're here. Ramirez will be followed by Wallace and Rosales here in the 7th inning. 6, 7, and 8. In the air towards left center field, struck pretty well back towards the wall, and that ball is going to be a one-hopper. Up and over, a ground rule double for Alexei Ramirez, and a good start to the top half of the 7th inning for the Padres. One of the deepest parts of the ballpark out there on the short fencing, and jumps up and over for the ground rule double.
And how fitting is it for the Padres and Alexei Ramirez? Nobody feels worse than Alexei with that error we saw last inning, resulting in a run, and then he starts off this inning with a ground rule double.
Two hits today now for Ramirez. He joins Derek Norris and Matt Kemp. Also have 2 hits in the game. And it brings up Brett Wallace. Wallace has struck out, flied out to left, 0 for 2. .91 pitches now for Tyler Anderson with nobody out here in the 7th.
And 3rd time around for Brett Wallace. He knows the repertoire and how he's going about pitching today, Tyler Anderson.
Wallace will hit one off the pitcher's glove, kicks out to second, and now LeMahieu fires to first. So that's a 1 to 4 to 3 on the put out of Wallace. No advance for Alexei Ramirez, and a ball hit hard, but Tyler Anderson getting a glove on it, kicks out to LeMahieu, and there's the first out of the inning.
And I think it's the right move by Ramirez, staying at second base. Chances are on a base hit, he's going to score from second base. I can see where in a game like this you get a little froggy maybe. Try to take the extra base.
And we got a double switch coming up here, as out is Walt Weiss, going to make the pitching change, and a very good major league debut today for Tyler Anderson, who will depart responsible for the runner at second base. 1-0 Rockies. Successful one. He departs responsible for the runner at second base. A greater coverage of baseball brought to you by T-Mobile. And when the Padres get home, the Miami Marlins will be waiting for him. Giancarlo Stanton has been struggling since May the 1st, hitting at 153. Does have 4 home runs, though. And Ozuna at 323 this season. And, of course, Yelich, last 10 games, 15 hits and 341 average as the Marlins will be coming to Petco Park. Pitching change brought to you by El Cajon. And into the game is Gonzalez Germain.
Well, strikeouts is a big thing for him, Germain, because the 20-plus frames, 19 strikeouts. Only righties, 268.
Tyler Anderson went 6 1/3, 6 hits. No runs so far, no walks, 6 Ks. Gerardo Parra taking over in left field as part of the double switch. Will be batting third when the Rockies come to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here is Hector Sanchez pinch hitting here for Adam Rosales. Sanchez will take a strike over the outside corner. He didn't like it. .273, a home run, 5 runs batted in between the White Sox and the Padres for Sanchez. Shifting on Hector here on the right side of the infield are the Rockies. Pops it up. Out second base, it is the shortstop Trevor Story who comes to the left side of the infield and makes the catch for out number 2 of the 7th inning. So Sanchez, a pinch hitter, retired. And that'll bring up the pitcher's spot. It'll be Alexi Amarista who is going to pinch hit. So Friedrich done after 6 innings today, and he will depart on the hook, giving up just 2 hits. Walked 3, struck out 9 at a stretch in where he retired 15 in a row. But no offensive support, and that run he gave up is unearned.
Yeah, that's a great day in the big leagues for Christian Friedrich. Pitches hard out.
So 2 down here in the 7th inning, and Amarista with a runner at second, tying run at that. Off the bench into the game. Pinch hitting here in the 7th. Outside for ball 2. Cashner on the DL. Jan Hervis Solarte with a banged up thumb. Out of the lineup today. Possibly available to come off the bench. Cashner's second visit to the disabled list this year. Hamstring the first time, neck strain this time. 2-0 pitch. Away again. 3-0. First base open, and John Jay waiting on deck. You get to the later portions of this game. Keep in mind the closer for the Rockies, Jake McGee, who had the blown save on Friday night, currently on the DL with a knee injury. Amarista taking, and it's strike 1.
Well, big key this inning is try to get that guy with the shillelagh in his hands, John Jay, up to the plate. Great numbers, terrific, excellent numbers with runners in scoring position. John Jay waiting on deck.
Tyler Anderson looking on, responsible for Alexei Ramirez at second base. 3-1 from the right-hander. And that is a strike. Amarista thought it was outside, and it was.
Well, it's amazing how one pitch can change the complexion of an at-bat. Ball off the plate a little bit.
So 2 outs. Ramirez at second base and in scoring position, representing the tying run. Time call, and now Hundley, the catcher, going to head out and talk to Germain.
Germain, 3-pitch pitcher, fastball, changeup, slider, fastball about 92 to 96.
Matt Kemp, couple hits today. Derek Norris has 2. Alexei Ramirez with 2. 6 hits allowed by the starter. Tyler Anderson, 6 1/3. Didn't walk anybody. Struck out 6. He had a stretch in which he retired 10 in a row. What has been a pitcher's duel here today. Tyler Anderson and Christian Friedrich. Friedrich out of the game, as is Anderson now. 3-2 pitch. And Marista fouls it back. 95 from Germain. Center fielder Charlie Blackmon step or 2 towards left center. Good sized gap in right center. Payoff pitch again. And Marista lines it foul into the crowd.
That's why you got to bring your glove to the yard every day. A little late on that one.
Germain throwing hard out there. Grounded down the first baseline, foul. Marista pinch hitting here. Back-to-back pinch hitters for the Padres in the 7th. First Sanchez, who popped out. Alexei Ramirez started this inning with a double. He's still standing at second base with 2 outs. Good battle here between Germain and Marista. Outside, ball 4, and Marista down to first base. A 2-out walk, and John Jay will get to the plate here.
Well, this is the situation where this is the guy you want up at the plate.
Runners in scoring position, 404 average. Second best, Stephen Piscotty, the St. Louis Cardinals.
And look at that NL average. So you're talking about taking that average and just blowing it out of the water at 257. John Jay crushing it.
Two on, 2 down. Jay today 0 for 3. Liner into right center field for a base hit. From second base comes Alexei Ramirez. He'll score to tie the game. John Jay stops at first. To third base goes Marista, and the Padres have tied it up 1-1. John Jay doing what he does best, hitting with runners in scoring position, and he drives in Alexei Ramirez.
This guy is unbelievable. This guy is clutch. First pitch. Pulling on the first base side of second base. Everybody's off and running. 2-out clutch hit. John Jay keeps on padding those numbers with runners in scoring position.
Well, the Padres tying it up. You got Will Myers coming up.
Wow.
Chance here to put San Diego on top. Myers fouls it off. So Tyler Anderson will not be part of the decision. He is charged with that run. 6 1/3, 6 hits, 1 run, didn't walk anybody, struck out 6.
Well, those aren't bad numbers at all, huh? 2 outs with runners in scoring position.
Nope. 320. Myers takes strike 2. Will today is struck out, fly down to center, grounded out to third base, and down on the count here 0-2. Of course, had 2 strikes on him when he hit his 3-run home run. Give the Padres a lead in the eventual win on Friday night. In the dirt and gathered by Hundley. Good play by Hundley. Take into consideration Marista just 90 feet away with a go-ahead run. Risto had lengthy at bat, ended up walking in the battle with Germain. Second batter that Germain faced since coming into the game for Colorado.
Hey, get a good secondary lead down there at third base.
Myers a grounded foul.
I think Alexei can even get more at third base.
Based on where Arenado is standing defensively. Third baseman.
Yeah. Alexei is like leading off like right here. He should be like maybe down here a little bit more. Get off as far as Arenado is. More. A little more. A little more.
I don't think he can hear you. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Myers strikes out. Padres get a run. Tie the game. 7th inning stretch from Colorado. It's 1-1. John Jay getting it done, picking up his 22nd RBI of the year and tying this game up 1-1. Up 1-1, and it's time now for our Harris game summary. Now the walk with the bases loaded, served up by Christian Friedrich to Ryan Rayburn, and Blackman scored from third base to give the Rockies the 1-0 advantage. The Padres with a quick answer as a base hit into right center field off the bat of John Jay scores Alexei Ramirez, who had doubled to begin the 7th inning. Ties it up 1-1 after a very good pitcher's duel here today. Tyler Anderson making his major league debut, went 6 1/3, giving up 1 run. Christian Friedrich going the first 6 innings, gave up a run, but it was unearned. The pitcher now on for San Diego, and it is Kevin Quackenbush.
Well, I think we've learned one thing this afternoon. Day game, Coors Field, the elevation. We've heard nightmares, but it all boils down to making good quality pitches pitchers getting ahead, keeping the hitters off balance, and hopefully Kevin Quackenbush can follow suit of Christian Friedrich. His 27th game. And since coming back from AAA El Paso, Kevin Quackenbush seems to be a little bit more aggressive and making good quality pitches with that fastball and then putting them away with that hook.
Lexi Amarista staying in the game and taking over at second base. Victor Sanchez had pinch hit for Adam Rosales.
And this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the account and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Bottom of the 7th inning, tied up 1-1. Mark Reynolds will be leading it off here for the Rockies in the bottom of the 7th.
Padre fans here, sprinkled throughout Coors Field.
Third and final game of this 3-game series. Quick road trip for the Padres. Mark Reynolds 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out to shortstop, grounded out to third. In the air to right field. Back goes Matt Kemp looking up, and that ball is gone. A home run. Mark Reynolds gets his 4th of the year and puts the Rockies back on top 2-1. First pitch thrown by Kevin Quackenbush, taken out of the yard here by Mark Reynolds.
As baseball fans, we have come to discover that even here at Coors Field, if you're going to go up and away to a hitter, it better be well up and away, because if a guy with power like Reynolds can square it up and take it to the opposite field, yes, you can go over the auxiliary scoreboard here.
So Rockies lead now. Nick Hundley standing in on the right side. Hundley struck out swinging and flied out to center. Now a fly ball headed to right field. Kemp coming in, still coming, and Kemp into the dive to make the catch out there in right field. Matt Kemp able to make the grab. A lot of grass stain there on the left thigh, but able to make the catch.
Great concentration, coming in full bore at the last second, extending. That ball will hang up there for a long time, but remember, these outfielders, with the way they play, there's a long way to run to corral that fly ball for the out.
So 1 down. Nice catch out there by Kemp. Brings up Gerardo Parra. Came in as part of a double switch into his 62nd game of the year. 266 average, 5 homers. 27 RBIs and a grounder to third. In at third was Wallace. This throw is good and in time. 2 down.
Everybody's swinging at the first pitch.
They're very aggressive here against Quackenbush.
Reynolds, first pitch home run. Hundley, first pitch fly ball to right. First pitch offering for Parra.
See what Charlie Blackmon does coming up next. Blackmon has grounded out to third, popped out to first, singled, and scored the first run back in the 6th inning.
Left-hander Matt Thornton up for the Padres in their bullpen. Bet you $1 he doesn't swing at the first pitch. It's $1, dude.
I don't know. I think he might. No, he didn't. Take strike 1.
He takes a lot of pitches. That's why I said that, right?
Right.
He likes to work the count. Even after the home run, 2 quick outs. And, you know, you want to make that reliever work a little bit.
Leads off every day for the Rockies. Anderson's major league debut is over. Not part of the decision. Gives up a run that tied the game. 1-1 pitch is to center field. John Jay started back, now comes in and puts it away. A leadoff home run for Mark Reynolds. An opposite field shot has put the Rockies on top 2-1. Matt Kemp will be leading it off when we come back to Denver. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much as we play here into the 8th, and it is indeed Matt Kemp who swings and misses for strike one. Kemp's had a good day today. A couple of hits, both singles to right field. Rockies have just taken the lead again, on top now 2-1 into the 8th. Germain came in to get the final 2 outs of the 7th inning. Misses with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Check balls. Boone Logan. Logan the left-hander. Balls the right-hander up in the pen right now for the Rockies.
Got the double barrel working down there. The righty on the left and the lefty on the right.
On the ground. Foul outside of third.
Well, we're getting into bloop and blast territory.
Yep.
It's getting late. 1-run deficit for San Diego. And anything can happen here at this ballpark. We've said that many times.
Kemp fouls it back to the screen, protecting the plate there.
He had the right idea. It looked like he wanted to try to drive that ball the opposite way.
Ryan Buchter up in the pen for the Padres. See Kevin Quackenbush in relief of Christian Friedrich, who started the game. Quackenbush allowing the home run to Mark Reynolds. There's a line drive to left field. It's going to get in for a base hit for Matt Kemp. 3rd hit of the day for Kemp. And a leadoff single to begin things here in the 8th inning.
Any old kind of a knock to get on base. Looked like Matt Kemp caught that one out in front a little bit, maybe off the end of it. Listen, kind of had that dull sound to it, not on the sweet spot, but you know what though? That's a big league knock. There's your bloop. How about a blast?
We'll see what Derek Norris can do for you. He's got 2 hits today. Single in the 1st, a single in the 6th inning. And he'll take ball 1. Norris does have 7 home runs on the year. Kemp with a short lead at first, held on by Mark Reynolds. And a liner down the left field line, foul. Not shot, but out ahead. Hits today for Norris, a single to left in the 1st, single to right in the 6th inning.
Oh, how sweet. That's awesome.
1-1 pitch is headed out towards right center. Blackman moves over, leaps and makes the catch. A fantastic catch out there in center. Boy, a late lunge in the air to make that grab. Looked like it was going to get over his glove, but instead Blackman robs Derek Norris for the 1st out of the inning. How about that play?
I'll tell you what, as we take a look at this play, somebody from the Bolshoi Ballet Company is calling and they need a fill-in for the Nutcracker, because I tell you what, that is one heck of a dance, one heck of an extension out there by Charlie Blackman.
That's full extension.
That was a big league play.
Now 1 down and Kemp back to the bag at first. All Norris could do is look out in that direction. Couldn't believe it. Melvin Upton Jr. now bats. And takes strike 1.
You talk about big plays, crunch time. We just witnessed it right there.
On the ground to third base, trying to start it is Arenado to second for 1, on to first for 2. The double play wraps up the top of the 8th inning. Couple of good defensive plays, and Charlie Blackman robbing Derek Norris and the Padres. Since Padres baseball, brought to you by Petco, your complete pet store, and by your San Diego County Lexus dealers. Now back in the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado, home of the Colorado Rockies. And the Rockies enjoy a 2-1 lead over the Padres into the bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher on now for San Diego as Ryan Buchter comes into the game. Third arm of the day for Andy Green.
Crucial inning, trailing by a run, and Ryan Buchter's numbers tell the whole story. 37 strikeouts in 27 innings, and look at those splits. Very, very nice. Very aggressive in the zone with the breaking ball and the fastball.
Kevin Quackenbush went an inning, gave up a hit, the home run to Mark Reynolds. Didn't walk anybody, nor did he strike anybody out. Ball 1 to DJ LeMahieu, leading it off here for the Rockies in the bottom of the 8th inning. LeMahieu has made some fine defensive plays in this series at second base. Got a double back in the first inning, a 1-for-3 day. And he'll take the strike. 32,946, 32,946 on hand here today for the finale of this 3-game series at Coors Field. In the air to center field. They were playing him to right center. Jay's got a long run, and he's not going to get there. All the way back to the 4:15 marker. He'll get it back in, but not before DJ LeMahieu stands at second base with a leadoff double to begin the bottom of the 8th.
That happened yesterday. He got a triple, remember? That was in the 5th inning.
He's defeating the shift right now.
He most certainly is. Well, we see the shift as John Jay is way over there, and then as you roll it, the pitch is coming in. He's taking it straight up the gut, El Centro, towards the 4:15 sign, and John Jay, no chance of that getting one, and they hold him to a double, but yesterday was a triple.
So it's second base to begin things here in the bottom of the 8th. Nolan Arenado will be put on with first base open. Not a bad idea. So the free pass here for Arenado.
I was talking to first base umpire Mark Carlson last night regarding this situation, and he says that most likely they're going to get rid of the intentional walk. There's Mark.
Part of the pace of play.
Yeah, not etched in stone, but it seems like the talk is that it's leaning towards that. And you know what? I don't like it. I want to see the pitchers make those pitches. There's always the chance of error. There's always the chance of a guy holding on a little bit too long, and the guy swinging and getting a double, getting a base hit, right?
That's right. Well, down to first base goes Arenado. 2 on, nobody out here in the 8th. And it is Carlos Gonzalez coming up. He had a tough time against Christian Friedrich, striking out twice. Swinging in the 4th, swinging in the 6th inning. Also flied out to center. So an 0-for-3 day. Bats here with DJ LeMahieu at second base, Nolan Arenado at first base. And a strike on that outside corner for Ryan Buchter.
And what's been the pitch of the day to Carlos Gonzalez? The breaking ball down and away from the lefty Friedrich. He owned him, 2 strikeouts, got him to pop up in the 1st inning, and then struck him out in the 4th and the 6th via the breaking ball.
0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. 93 and staying away from it.
I really like Ryan Buchter. Doesn't pitch scared. Goes right after hitters. Funky delivery. Can throw the ball off the plate to make the hitter offer at a bad pitch when he's ahead in the count.
It's time now for the Cholula flamethrower.
Well, if Stu Cole would get out of the way. There you go. Ryan Buchter, 93. That's chunky salsa. A little bit of bite to it.
Just a little bit outside. Evens at 2-2.
Everything's been away to Gonzalez. Let's see if he flips up a 2-2 breaking ball.
First and second, nobody out. And Gonzalez strikes out for the third time today. Big strikeout there for Ryan Buchter, first out of the 8th inning.
94-mile-an-hour fastball away. All the pitches is at bat. Away, 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 and Gonzalez just gets beaten again. Well, the Padre pitchers today have done a fine job against the Rockies right fielder.
Christian Adames going to pinch hit here now for the Rockies. 228, a home run, 5 runs batted in. Checks into his 42nd game of the year. Double by LeMahieu. The intentional walk to Arenado. Strikeout of Gonzalez. Now Adames will swing and send one foul down the right field line. Playing Adames similar as they did to DJ LeMahieu. Led off this inning. They got Jay over to right center field.
Big hole you're talking about in that gap right that way.
On the ground, foul outside of third base, and Adames down 0-2. Ryan Buchter has held opponents to a 157 average on the year.
Hey, look at the name on his back. Adames. Oh my goodness.
These were the Tigers, though.
Yeah, but still, I mean, what are the chances? That's pretty cool.
(0-2) and a foul to the screen.
The things a baseball can do, huh? Bring some joy. Hey, bring some joy to those kids.
Adames strikes out. Buchter got him. The rising fastball at 93 miles an hour. Back-to-back Ks for Buchter. 2 down in the inning. It's time now for the Carl's Jr. star of the game, and quite an outing today for Christian Friedrich.
And coming back to his old haunts, the former #1 pick for the Rockies, doing a great job twirling the gem in 6 frames. Only 2 hits, 1 run, unearned. He struck out 9. He had it working both sides of the plate. Very confident. Great mound presence this afternoon. Good day in the big leagues for Christian Friedrich.
Well, after 2 got on, Ryan Buchter striking out Carlos Gonzalez, pinch hitter Christian Adames, and now here's Trevor Story. There's strike 1 over the outside corner. Story today has struck out swinging, grounded out to short, and struck out swinging again. 9 strikeouts on the day today for Christian Friedrich in his 6 innings of work. As I mentioned earlier, retired 15 batters in a row during one stretch. Outside corner.
Good pitch.
Called a strike. You really can't do anything with that pitch either.
No. That's why it's one of the best pitches in baseball. The well-located fastball.
Mayhew at second. Arenado at first. 2 down here in the 8th inning. Trying to keep this a 1-run deficit is Ryan Buchter. A little high that time. Tried to elevate with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Buchter in the midst of a meeting with himself. Turns and looks back in for a sign. swing and a miss, and Buchter strikes out Story, ends up striking out the side. It is on to the 9th inning. The Padres trailing 2-1. Padres and Rockies in the final game of this 3-game series from Coors Field in Denver. And the Rockies holding on to a 2-1 lead into the 9th inning. It is Jason Mott coming on here. Mentioned that, of course, Jake McGee on the DL with an knee problem, and Mott coming in here trying to pick up a save.
Well, remember, he was in the game last night in the 8th inning, a third of an inning. He gave up a hit. That was a double. And, you know, Jason Mott, he's got closer experience. We talked about that back when he was with the Cardinals. But it seems like if the Padres can get a base runner or two to kind of put a little pressure on him, maybe the command or the control can be off a little bit for Mott. The Padres possibly take advantage of that.
Takes over for Germain, who went an inning and 2/3. 2 hits, no runs, walked a batter, struck out a batter. Germain now the pitcher of record for the moment here for the Rockies. Alexei Ramirez leading it off and taking ball 1. Well, Mott had 42 saves for the St. Louis Cardinals back in 2012. Last year for the Cubs had a total of 6 saves. Falling behind 2-0. Ramirez, Wallace. -3-0.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Get him on the ropes a little bit. Sometimes pitchers
and Bethancourt both with bats.
Sometimes they put some pressure on themselves trying to overthrow a little bit, and it can lead to disaster.
In there for a strike. 94 miles an hour, 3-1. The pitcher spot is expected after Brett Wallace. Wallace waits on deck. Nobody out here in the 9th. Ramirez fouls it off as Mott battles back. Full count now. Interesting to see if Mott's in here for the inning or whether or not Walt Weiss is going to do matchups here. He's got Boone Logan, the lefty, still up in the pen.
I think it might be matchups. I mean, it looks to me like Logan's getting hot and he's ready to go, and you know it's going to take one swing to tie this ball game up. So you want to keep it that way. So matchups, I think righty on righty, lefty on lefty.
Ramirez fouls it off down the right field line, out of play. There is Boone Logan. He'd been warming up earlier, back up again. Padres trailing by a run, batting in the 9th inning. Alexei Ramirez today with 2 hits. Single in the 5th, a double in the 7th. He scored the Padres' only run. And he strikes out here for the first out of the 9th inning.
Well, after falling behind, Mott battles back, and what does he throw him? Looks like a fastball off the plate, away.
So 1 out, and Brett Wallace coming up, left-handed hitting. Looks like Walt Weiss is going to stick here with Jason Mott. Wallace 0 for 3. Struck out in the 2nd inning, flied out to left in the 5th. Grounded out second base in the 7th inning. Christian Bethancourt has come out on deck.
Shows you how much I know.
I knew that already, though. Pitch is gonna miss for ball 1.
Well, let's check out the long ball from Mott.
Let's see.
Let's see here. He's given up 1 home run in only 6 1/3, now 6 2/3 frame. So pretty straight fastball. We know that Brett Wallace loves the fastball.
So we're gonna miss on a pitch headed downward.
A little slider.
Blue Logan's probably trying to figure out why he's not in this game. Brandon Bauer out there in the pen in case. Padres trying to at least tie it up here in the 9th with 1 down. Alexei Ramirez getting some work. Mark Rogo working on him. It's like the hand area, the hamate bone. Two and 1 to Wallace. Bethancourt out on deck for the Padres. Wallace hits it on the ground to first base. Reynolds has got it. He'll take it to the bag himself. And there are 2 outs in the 9th inning. So Jason Mott getting Ramirez to strike out, Brett Wallace to ground out. And you got the pinch hitter coming up here in the pitcher spot, Christian Bethancourt. Trying to wrap it up here for the Rockies. Walt Weiss sticking with him. Ball 1. Ball 2. 2-0.
Ball's off the plate.
Mott had gotten behind Alexei Ramirez 3-0 before he came back to strike him out for the first out of the 9th. It's Wallace to ground out. 2-0 pitch coming up. Bethancourt will take it for ball 3. Three and 0 to Bethancourt. There's ball 4. Walks him on 4 pitches. So down to first base goes Bethancourt. Tying run at first. Go ahead run coming up here in Alexi Amarista.
Now does he go get Logan?
Gonna have a pinch runner at first base. Travis Jankowski going to pinch run for Bethancourt at first base. It turned out yesterday, Jankowski thrown out the final play of the game as he was trying to steal last night.
Yeah,
Game 2.
Wasn't the best throw. It was in front of second base, but it just worked out perfectly for the Rockies.
Well, Walt Weiss coming out here to get Jason Mott. Mott appeared to be surprised to see him coming out there. And they will make the change here. So Boone Logan will be coming in. Padres with a runner at first, 2 down in the 9th. where the Rockies have got a 2-1 lead. I think that's Red Rocks, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the probables coming up here. The Marlins will be back home at Petco Park to face the Padres beginning tomorrow night. Chen, Kohler, and Nicolino will be going for the Marlins. Colin Ray on the mound tomorrow night for the Padres. And Drew Pomerantz on Tuesday. And Luis Perdomo getting a start with Andrew Cashner now on the DL. 2 outs here in the 9th inning with Travis Jankowski pinch running at first base. And coming up here is Amarista to face the new pitcher, Boone Logan.
Well, as Don mentioned earlier, Jake McGee on the DL, he's the closer for the Rockies with 15 saves. Only one other reliever has a save. That's Carlos Estevez. So now Boone Logan is trying to get in that save column with 1. There you see his numbers, pretty good in 22nd game right now. Strikeouts are up there over innings pitched. Pretty good splits.
Well, Yangervis Solarte is going to pinch hit here for Amarista. So Solarte against Logan, 2 for 2 with a home run. Came out of the game yesterday with the injury to the hand and was unavailable today until now, as they were checking on him yesterday. Then he left the game soon after this. The thumb was the problem.
Yep.
Andy Green said he was available, though, to come into this game today. Here he is, pinch hitting with 2 outs in the 9th and a swing and a miss. Down 0-2. Two outs in the 9th inning. 0-2 the count to Yangervis Solarte. On the ground, left side towards short. Trevor Story charges in and fires to first. And that's the ball game. The Colorado Rockies hold on and win it 2-1 and win the series as they take 2 out of 3 from the San Diego Padres. What do you got in store, Mike Pomerantz?